Welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and we're modeling a stylistic character, and we're modeling the body right now. So we'll go ahead and get started. This is video 4. Alright, so let's go ahead and right click over and go to edge mode. Double click on the top edge, and we're going to go ahead and extrude this up. Control E and W. Move that up. Again, you're going to see some kind of strange vertices right in through here. That's where the kneecap is, and that's where it's going to bend. And usually you want to kind of have something like that that shows a muscle structure where we have tendons and muscles going down into the kneecap. So I'm going to go ahead and scale that in like that. And then I'm going to move, before I do that, I'm going to go to the side view as well and move those forward. And probably move those in because that's the inside of the knee there. Okay. And move it forward again. We're trying to get that matched up pretty good. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the vertices and just kind of move those where they need to be. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to move any of these down too much because we don't want to mess that up any more than they are. And from the front view, I am going to move some of these vertices in and just kind of follow that edge. Now if I hit the 5 key, you can see, let's go back into, turn X-ray off. You can see where I'm at with this row, and we're doing pretty good. So I'm just gonna move these vertices around here a little bit. Again, if you kind of move down and up again, you can see that there's the back of the leg, the black, so I know where that is. So I'm just gonna kind of move these vertices, and sometimes I'm just gonna do this just to kind of keep track of where everything is and make sure we don't, I need to spin or move things properly. So if I click on this first row, hit the Q key. Sometimes if you click on a vertex and hit the W key, that gets in the way where I'm trying to select other ones, so I just hit the Q key and just select the ones that I want, and I'm going to select the top row here, and I'm going to hit the W key, and you can see that if I move that down, I'm moving some other vertices and stuff down as well. So I just want to kind of see if I'm matching everything okay. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so side view, let's see here, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we got some vertices we've got to move around. So I'm going to move this around over here, we're going to move this one over here, move that down a little bit so it kind of falls in there, and then we're going to move this one over here and move that down a little bit like that. Click on this one right here, move that over here like that. So we've got a break here in the leg. And so in the back as well, if I go into the perspective view, we've got a area here that's going to be broken up basically into in the back of the knee, just like in the front. So if I go to the front view and I go into X-ray, you'll see that I've got some breaks in here that I've actually have to create. So to do that, it's kind of an awkward thing we have to do. We have to break between and then bring it down. So let's do that. So I'm going to go back into shading, into turn off X-ray mode, and so I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to hold down the shift key, right click over, and go to multi-cut. And I'm going to cut right in the center. I'm going to cut over on this center right here and hit the enter key. And I'm going to click from the top view and then click on this guy right here and hit enter. Select the top here and this one right here and hit enter. And you can see we got that part right there, and then we're going to slide that over like this and slide this over here like that. Hit enter and click on the line and slide it over. Click on this line and slide it over and hit enter. So you can see how I cut that. The center will be removed, so I'm going to click on this edge right here. Whoops, I'm still in the tool, so I'm going to hit the backspace key and hit the Q key to get out of it. I'm going to right click on and go to edge mode. Click on that edge there and do a control delete. And I'm going to click on that one, do a control delete on the keyboard. So if I right click over this, you'll see that I control delete when you click on an edge will delete the vertex that's off to the side. If I don't do that, then we're going to have some issues and problems with that. Okay, so when we get back, I'm going to pause it just for a second. Okay, we're going to go to the back and do the same thing back here. We're going to split these two up and hit the Q key, and we're going to split up right in through here. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down the shift key, right mouse button, go to multi-cut, and we're going to cut from here to here and to here. Hit enter. And I'm going to cut from here to here, enter, cut from here to here, and enter, and then we're going to cut, I believe, let's see, is that right? We're going to cut from here to here. Hopefully that's right. From here to here. Enter. There we go. Okay, so that'll keep. We'll have all quads here. We'll get rid of this edge right here. Whoops. Make sure you hit the Q key to get out of that mode. Go to edge mode, select it, control delete, delete that edge, and then control delete, delete that edge. And so now we're going to move our way up into the leg. And we still have quads, and we're going to basically double our vertex count, or excuse me, on this side, so we can have more edge loops as we go up the body. So let's go ahead and select these guys right here and just kind of get the shape of the leg. That's the problem with cutting like this. We tend to misshape in the leg a little bit. So we're going to move those back. So hit the W key and move that back. Just kind of get that, keep that round edge like that. Keep it round. And then we're going to do the same thing with these guys right here. Again, very, very careful. And pull those out just a little bit. Just kind of give it a nice round feel. And then we're going to go right back into the edge mode. Alright, so let's go back into edge mode. Let's go to edge, and we'll double click on this one, and it goes all the way around. And so we'll go to the front view again, and you can see that we've got everything all set up. Move vertices around so it looks like what I have here. Control E and then move. Go up the leg, and we're going to scale that up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and go back to shading and X-ray. Again, the top part is going to follow this line right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move that over a little bit. I'm going to go to the side view and scale that up. You can see that I'm not clicking on the center to scale, I'm clicking on this. Okay, it's a non-uniform scale in Z. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and go to the front view and the W key, Control E, W, and then move that up. Okay, and then scale that out. And move it over a little bit. Okay. Let's take a look at the line so far. X-ray. So we were kind of going up a little bit. So if I click on the vertex and move it down a little bit, we're going to follow that line a little bit better. Move that one in. We'll smooth that down a little bit. And I want to follow that line. Okay, I'm going to go into shading, X-ray. You can see we're kind of off the line a little bit. And we need to move that over a little bit. And this needs to be moved over. Things are twisting a little bit, that's okay. Moving that over. Moving this over. Making sure we get the right ones. I go back to shading, X-ray. There we go. Go back to X-ray again. Yeah, let's move that down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the perspective view. And you can see we've got the leg looking pretty good. Let's go back to side view. Let's go ahead and get that edge back again and hit the R key and scale non-uniformly out a little bit and move that leg in to kind of follow our template. Okay, that looks pretty good so far. And we're going to continue extruding up the leg. And again, just do your best to kind of keep it as lined up as possible from the front and the side. We'll go fairly quickly now. Front view, Control E and W, move that up again and scale that out. Everything's pretty flat now. Move that over and scale up if needed. Just following that leg and scaling that up and moving it. So basically extrude, scale, move, and continue on up the leg. Alright, now we got some difference rotational value here. So I'm rotating it with the E, and we're going to scale it out a little bit this way and move it up. That fits pretty good. Alright, and we're going to scale that up a little bit and move it forward. There we go. And I'll just move some vertices around. Alright, let's kind of take a look and see what we've got so far. Alright. Front view. Again, I can't really tell with X-ray on. I think that's okay. Let's move that up. And this one up. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so let's go back to edge mode. And we will do Control E and move that up and scale that. Now we're running out of time with I only got 15 minutes to do each video, so I'm going to go ahead and stop now, and we'll come back in video 5.